Find angles X and Y below. Now, in this circle geometry question, you agree with me that to find angle X is very simple, but the challenging part is how to obtain angle Y. Now, I'm going to explain to you the logical method to find angle Y, and then at the end of the video, I'll show you the short method, a very short method that you could have used to find angle Y without wasting time. Now, but let's start with angle X first. Now, if you look at this shape EFGH, it is a cyclic quadrilateral because all the angles are on the circumference of the circle. So it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Supplementary means that they add up to give you 180 degrees. So x plus 58 is equal to 180 degrees. Opposite angles are supplementary. So from there, I can get the value of angle X as 180 minus 58. And that will give me 122 degrees. So angle X is 122 degrees. Now, let's move on to angle Y. In order to solve angle Y, I would like to first of all make a short line here on the diagram so that we can understand what we are doing. So I want to draw a line from the point F to the point O. That's to the center of the circle. So you agree with me that this is an isosceles triangle. This line from the center to the circumference is the radius of the circle. And then from center to circumference is also the radius of the circle. So I have this line equal to this line. So that means this is an isosceles triangle where two sides are equal. And then don't forget that for an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. The base angles are equal. So if this is 58 degrees, then this base angle here will also be 58 degrees because the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. Now, if this is 58, I have from from this point E to the center as one side of the triangle, and then it is extended outward. So it is extended outward to give us this exterior angle of the triangle. So the theorem to remember there is that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Don't forget that theorem in a triangle. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So 58 plus 58 is going to give me this exterior angle as 116 degrees. So now the next thing I'd like us to do is to also trace another line in this circle, because I want to prove the logical method to find that angle Y, and then I'll later tell you the short method that you could have applied straight away. So now I'm tracing another line from G to the center of the circle. Now, you also agree with me that this is an isosceles triangle. From center to circumference is the radius of the circle. From center to circumference, this is also the radius of the circle. So I also have this as an isosceles triangle, just as this is also an isosceles triangle. Now, if you look at this line is equal to this line, and is equal to this line. And then I have this third side of the triangle being equal to the third side of this second triangle. So if you look at these two triangles critically, you agree with me that they are exactly equal. So the right word to use is that they are congruent. So these two triangles are congruent triangles. That means their corresponding angles are equal. Don't forget that. Their corresponding angles are equal. So when you have two triangles that their sides are exactly the same, their three sides are exactly the same, that is corresponding sides are the same, then you should know that those two triangles are congruent triangles, and then their angles are equal. The angles in the two triangles will be equal. So starting with this vertical angle, don't forget the whole of this angle is 116. So if these two vertical angles are equal, because don't forget all the three angles in this triangle, they are equal to all the three angles in this triangle, corresponding three angles. So these two vertical angles have to be equal. So if the whole of this angle is 116, then sharing it equally between these two angles, I have 116 divided by 2, and that will give me 58. So that tells us that this angle here, this angle here is 58, just as this angle here is also 58. So I have this as 58, I have this one too as 58. So 58, 58. Then now you agree with me that if this is 58, then I can get each of these two base angles that will also be equal to each of these two base angles, because corresponding angles in the two triangles are equal. So to get each of these two base angles, what I need to do is to, like I said before, you subtract the vertical angle from 180. So for me to get each of these two base angles, I'm going to say 180, because sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So I'm going to say 180 minus 58. That is this vertical angle. So 180 minus 58. And then whatever I get, I divide it by 2. I'm dividing it by 2 because base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So you have to share whatever you get into 2 equal parts so that each of the angle will be equal. So 158 minus 58 is going to give me 122. And then I divide 122 by 2, and that will give me 61 degrees. So that means this base angle here is 61, just as this base angle here will be 61. And then because corresponding angles are equal, the two triangles are congruent triangle. So that means this other base angle will be 61. And then this last base angle here will be 61. So from there now, we can now get the whole of this angle now. That is angle Y that we're looking for. So the whole of this angle, I can simply say, therefore, angle Y, which is the whole of the angle that we're looking for, the whole of this angle, is the 61 we just obtained now, which is this angle 61. And then plus the 58 that we obtained as the base before, these two base angles. So 58 plus the 61 will give us angle Y. So I'm simply going to write 58 plus 61. And that will give us 119 degrees as the value of angle Y. Now, this is the logical method. Let's move on to the short method that I told that you could have applied in the first place. Now, when you see a shape like this in this form, and you see that these two sides are equal, what you just need to do in order to find this angle here is simple. What you just need to do is to take this base angle at this end, this angle at this end. So the short method could have just been Y is equal to this angle at this end, which is 58, and then plus half of angle X. Don't forget, we got angle S at the beginning as 122. So you just take the half of angle X, which is 61, because half of 122 will give us 61. And then you add that half of angle X to the angle at the end there. That would have given you your direct answer as 119 degrees. So this would have just been the short method instead of passing through all these long processes. Don't forget that every time you see a diagram like this, look at this diagram. Every time you see a diagram like this, with these two sides equal, it automatically means that these two opposite angles will also be equal. And adding these two opposite angles together will always give you this. Whether these two sides are equal or not, if you see a shape like this, adding these two opposite angles will always give you this third angle, this angle at the circumference here. take note of this shortcut that I've just told you in this question. Hope you enjoyed this problem. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.